Hey guys, it's Kayla and welcome back to my channel. So today we are gonna do the finally fall book tag. I was so kindly tagged in this video by Bailey over at Is Bailey Reading, and I love her. I'm obsessed with Bailey's channel. So if you're not familiar with her, I'll leave her video link down below and you can go check it out. So let's get into it. So the questions are super long and I'm not gonna memorize them. So I have my notebook right here and we're going to read off the questions as we go because as we know, my memory is very bad. So question 1 is, in fall the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So for this one, I decided to go with The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. I chose this book because it really depicts the atmosphere of Auschwitz, in my opinion, and I really, while reading it, felt immersed in the story, and I felt like I was there with the cold and everything like that. This book is about a young man who gets enslaved and is brought to Auschwitz during the Nazi-occupied Europe, World War II, and he becomes the person that tattoos the numbers on the Jewish people's arms. And the book kind of just goes through his time at Auschwitz and things like that. Number 2 is Nature is Beautiful, but also Dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So for this one, I picked The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. This book, I believe I've mentioned it before in some video I've done, so this book is about a young girl who goes from Portland, I believe, to Alaska because her father is a Vietnam War veteran, and one day he just says, hey, we're moving to Alaska to rough it and learn to live off the land. And the story just kind of goes through her life moving to Alaska, and her father has PTSD. So there's a lot of trauma for her and her father, and there is things that happen in the story that really hit on loss, really hit on grief, really hit on the trauma in someone's life. And I think this is such an atmospheric book, and it is gorgeously written. And number 3 is Fall is Back to School Season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. So the book I chose for this, I read back in 2015. I wrote a paper on North Korea, and for that paper I had to do a lot of research, and so I read In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. This book is absolutely amazing. I literally read it 5 years ago and I still think about it sometimes, but it is about this young girl who lived in North Korea, and she is learning to live outside of North Korea, and it just explains life in North Korea and how scary it is and what is going on over there that we don't know about. Number 4 is In Order to Keep Warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you'd like to be a part of. For this one, I picked Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This story, so I'm obsessed with the story. I want to be in Morgan's found family. I want to be in her school friend group. I want to be in her household, so the hotel. This book is just all the characters I love with all my heart. This is actually the second book in the Nevermore series, and here we follow Morgan Crow, and the first book is called Nevermore, and Morgan is a girl who was born on the cursed day, so she's a cursed child, and her 11th birthday she is set to be killed because all the children born on that specific day, when they turn 11, they will be killed. And prior to her being killed, a man named Jupiter North shows up and says, hey, come with me. and Morgan ends up going to Nevermore. The book is so cute. I really want to explain it better, but my thoughts are just so everywhere with the books, and I want to say things that happen in Wondersmith, but because that is the second book, I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm a little fuzzy on Nevermore. But just the entire cast, I want to be in their family. Number 5 is the colorful leaves are piling on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. I should have done this beforehand, but I did not, so I'm gonna go get some books. Hold on. Okay, we are back, and I dropped one. So, the books that I picked are really the only ones that I could find that were fall colors, and I hope this looks okay. There were a few fall colors I wish I had, but I can't find any books that fit that aesthetic. So this is what I got. How cute! So I have Miracle Creek by Angie Kim, Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, Illuminae, which is Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, The Beekeeper's Apprentice, which it is Lori R. King, and then Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Number 6. Fall is the perfect time for storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. I chose for that Lovely War by Julie Berry. I read this book a couple months ago, and this book follows Aphrodite and a few other gods, telling the love story of some people in World War I and World War II, and this book is very lyrical. I really fell in love with Hazel's character, and it made me want to read more Greek mythology that wasn't Percy Jackson. So I really enjoyed it. Number 7 is The Nights Are Getting Darker. Share a dark, creepy read. So it is spooky season, and I have yet to read very many spooky books, but one that I did finish a couple days ago that I greatly enjoyed is No Exit by Taylor Adams. This book I read in practically one sitting. It follows a girl who is on her way to go see her mother, who is sick, and she gets stranded at a rest stop because there is a blizzard and she can't continue her journey. And at the rest stop, there are a couple people already there inside, and she just kind of has to chill with them for a while. However, she goes outside to see if she can get phone signal, and in the van next to her car, she sees a little girl in the back seat in a dog crate. It kind of goes from there, so she has to figure out who this girl is, and who inside has kidnapped this girl, what she's gonna do with the girl, when is help gonna come, when are they gonna get out of the rest stop. It was so good. I fell in love with characters I shouldn't like. I was scared for a lot of the time. I didn't know who to trust. It was very scary. Number 8 is The Days Are Getting Colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. I chose Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. This book is so cute. It gives off fall vibes. So it's 2 high school kids, and it is their last fall working at a pumpkin patch, and they get into a bit of mess and mischief, and it is so cute. I read it last year when it came out, because one of my professors, I walked into class and he was sitting at the front of the room reading it, and I literally should not have bothered him, but from across the room I go, "Is that her new book?" And he looks up at me and he goes, "Oh yeah, I just got it." And I was like, "I'm so excited to read it." And then 5 minutes before class, I was sitting down just hanging out, and he walks over and he puts the book in front of me and he goes, "Here you go, just bring it back when you're done." Glenn, if you're out there, yes, I read it in my lap during class. I still took it home and reread it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Glenn. Number 9, Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite you'd like to return to soon. One book that I consistently keep saying I'm going to reread. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I need to reread it because I need to read the newest 2 books. That is Red Rising by Mr. Pierce Motherfrickin' Brown. We love him. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm obsessed with this series. If you haven't read Red Rising, what the hell are you doing? Okay, I'm not going to say I don't like sci-fi. I like sci-fi. I don't read it often because it intimidates me. My, number 1 favorite book is a sci-fi book. Okay, so after me freaking out, if you are not familiar with this book, it follows Darrow, who is a red, and reds are the lowest on the caste system, and they are the ones who were told to go to Mars and mine on Mars to prepare it for colonization. And something happens, and there is a slight uprise in Darrow's community, and Darrow finds out that there might already be other people on Mars, and the Reds might just be slaves. So it kind of goes from there. A lot of people compare it to an adult version of Hunger Games. Unpopular opinion here, you're welcome. I don't like Hunger Games. Said it. But I don't like saying that because I don't like to compare different types of books with old hyped books. Like, I hate when people compare a school setting to Harry Potter. No, not allowed. So I don't like when people are like, oh, this is like Hunger Games but different. No, not allowed. There is a Hunger Games type aspect in a duel with other people killing to the deaths. But it's nothing like Hunger Games. Nothing like it. Nothing. Number 10 is fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. So I don't have any of them with me because I'm a trash human, but usually if I'm reading during the day or in the morning, I like to have a coffee with me, no matter what kind it is. I want my coffee. Usually I have this blanket back home that is my favorite blanket. So yes, fall accessories, but I use it year round. And I obviously do not have him here. But my favorite reading fall accessory is when it's chilly outside to get my doggo, and I like him to sit with me while I read. So I'm gonna say this, and this is weird. My brother is watching this, and Charlie, my dog, is probably sitting on my brother's bed right now while my brother watches this video. So Charlie, shout out, hello, miss you. Can't wait to see you. Final question is spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. So a lot of people did this a month ago. So technically I'm late to the game, so a lot of people have already done it. However, it's still fall. It's finally fall. Technically where I am, it's not fall yet. It's fucking hot outside. I don't have any fall clothes yet. I don't have fall decorations yet. So technically in my heart, it's not atmospherically fall. So I can still do this. So if you're watching this and you have not done it and nobody's tagged you and you're so sad because you just really want to do this, I tag you. You're it. Please do this. Please tag me in your video. Please tweet me your video. Please, somehow show me your video because I want to know what you say. And yeah. So that is all I have for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked the books that I talked about and the books that I showed you. I tried to find some books that I haven't talked about yet. And yeah. So please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you love to do, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. My hair is so messy, but that's the look we're going for. This is authentic Kayla, messy looking hair.